The wheel strategy for trading options is one of the most effective ways that you are able to get into positions and also out of them, as well as collecting passive income. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down what the wheel strategy is, how it works, and I don't have one really quite in action right now here, but we'll talk about the ideas behind it, look at some numbers, and a position that I'm looking at maybe getting into at the time of recording this video. So if you are excited for today's video, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, turn on those bell notifications for all future uploads. Now, how the wheel strategy really works is it involves selling options. And again, when you're an option seller, you are the one who is collecting the passive income as you wait for a stock to move in your direction. For example, yesterday's video was about how to sell a covered call, collect passive income as you wait for the stock to appreciate in value. And then the day before that, we took what's called a cash secured put position. We sold a put option, and that put option was on Bath & Body Works, as you'll see up here. So basically, the wheel strategy, what it is we're going to be taking both those ideas, the selling cash secured puts, the selling covered calls, and creating the overall wheel strategy. Okay, so for example here, as you will see, first of all, market pumping, which is very, very nice. I'm happy to see it right now. I closed a couple positions out this morning here and took about like 40-ish% of the max premiums on some cash secured puts. You might see already that the ones I closed out this morning that were here yesterday were Iron and also Super Micro Computers. We closed both those out this morning for some good profits. Again, this pump, I don't know how long it's going to last for, so that's why I just saw the opportunity to take some money off the table and then use some of that money now back into my buying power to then open up a new position, hopefully today, after the market closes. So as you will see here, so this Bath & Body Works put option here is actually losing some value, which we're very happy with. Again, selling a cash secured put, as a little bit of a recap from the video from Monday. When you are selling a cash secured put, the goal is to collect passive income, get paid out while you wait for a stock to reach your buy price. So for me, I like Bath & Body Works at $15 per share. So I sold a $15 put option. Basically, I am telling somebody, hey, I will buy your $15 share price of Bath & Body Works. I'm going to buy 100 shares at $15 each. That's going to cost me $1,500 for this position to open up. And that cash goes in as collateral on the side as we wait to see what happens. Now, for me agreeing to buy these shares at this price, I get paid out a credit, or what we call a premium in the selling options, space here. Okay, so I was actually paid $39, as you will see there. It's 39 cents per share times 100 shares gives me $39. I was paid out $39 to have the chance to buy Bath & Body Works at $15. And as you will see, since Bath & Body Works has had a big move up 4% this morning so far, it has become less likely for that to happen, which means the option loses value, and we are now up $6 already, up about 15% of the max premium that we're looking at right now, which is very, very nice for the first couple days here. And this is going to go all the way out until May 15th. So until May 15th, we shall wait and see. And so again, I collect that premium there. It goes into my account. And again, if I wanted to close it, I would be able to buy it back if I want to. If you ever want to buy back your positions, you definitely can do so. And so you can look at the delta here. Here's me selling the put option on April 6th. I got $39 for it, about 24% annualized return if this was to happen over and over again, which I'm very happy with. Again, that would beat the historic S&P 500 return here. So very, very happy to see this as a result. It just dropped a little bit more, it looks like. Oh, great. Well, it's also because the bid-ask spread's a little bit different. But, we're up at $11 now, which is absolutely amazing. Not too shabby about that so far. So basically, that's what selling cash secured puts does, okay? It allows you to potentially enter into positions at cheaper prices. Now, the nice thing that you will see here that Robinhood recently announced that I made a video about as well is that as that cash is getting put to the side, it is still earning interest, which I'm very happy with, because that way I'm allowed to still collect some interest on my money that's being put aside, because again, it's not being spent. This $1,500 did not get spent. It only gets spent when I buy the actual shares. But until I buy the actual shares, it's not being spent, and it's still going to earn that 3.35% APY as a Robinhood Gold member. So now you're saying, okay, so again, we keep selling these options. We sell puts, we sell puts, we sell puts over and over and over and over again. We're going to keep selling them. We're going to keep selling these puts. And then at some point, we will get assigned. Oh my God, for $14. Woo, look at that. You would have paid for yourself right there. You would have paid yourself a little over a month, about 2 months of the Fridge Financials premium membership right there from $14 on $1,500 you needed. How amazing is that so far? So as we're taking a look at these trades here, okay, so let's say we now get assigned the shares, okay, and I'll give you an example of one that I'm probably going to be assigned at, if I was to guess. I'm going to be probably assigned at this trade desk position here, which is crazy that the market is pumped up already over 1%, almost 1.5%, and trade desk has just gotten rug pulled out from underneath. That's absolutely wild. I can't believe that. But, Trade Desk announced news recently. They're laying off people. People are stepping away. Just crazy, stuff for this company here. But I still like the valuation for it. So I'll probably let this one get assigned and just kind of just see what happens here. But so what's probably going to happen is that I will be assigned this put option here. Now, first of all, I'm going to take a little bit of a loss, depending on when I get assigned on this position here, because, again, I'm going to be buying the shares at $22.50. So if you look at this position here, I'll be buying the shares at $22.50, and right now it's at about $20.70. Take away the premiums that we collected from it, as you'll see down here. Take away the $82 we got here. My break even is still $21 a share, 21.68, and we are still below that. So we're currently down on this position. But again, it allows me to enter in at cheaper prices, right? So I'd be able to get in now. And again, if I really want to, I could roll this position out further, which I may think about doing. I'm not really quite sure just yet. But so then let's say that, you get assigned the 100 shares. I got $22.50 per share for Trade Desk, 100 shares worth. Now I have 100 shares of Trade Desk. What do we do? So the first half of the wheel strategy is to sell cash secured puts over and over and over again until you get assigned, which again, I'm probably going to get assigned here if I was to guess. We'll wait and see what happens. We still have a little over a week away, so we'll see what that happens with Trade Desk here. I'm not going to get too crazy with it just yet in terms of like jumping the gun onto what to do, because I still like the price that Trade Desk is at right now. So I might just hit the assignment. If I wanted to sell another one later on, maybe for cheaper, I definitely could. But so then let's say I get assigned the $20.50, price of Trade Desk for 100 shares. Half the wheel is doing that. The second half of the wheel now is to now sell cover calls on the other side. Because remember, you need 100 shares of a stock to then sell a cover call. Well, I just bought 100 shares of Trade Desk at this price here. So now what I'm going to do is I would go out and I would say, okay, I'm going to sell now a covered call. So you go to the view options chain here. You would go to sell a call option here. And again, this contract, the put I have right now, won't expire till next week. And I'll get assigned at like $22.50 probably, depending on what it might be. So I might go to May 15th, which might be another month out or so. And then let's say that now I'm going to now sell a $25 call option, for example. Now, what's nice about this is that now I'm selling this $25 call option. Now, the other side of what will be happening here is that I'm telling somebody you can buy my shares of Trade Desk at $25 a share. Okay, and I'll get paid out, for example, $95 here if I was to do this today. I don't have the shares yet, so I can't quite do it. But so what does that mean? That means that if my $22.50 price that I bought for Trade Desk, if it goes up to $25 and it appreciates in value, I then sell my shares off at a profit and I get the premium as well. So what is that going to look like? So if I got in at $22.50, I would make $250 on the appreciation of Trade Desk here. And I will get the $95 in premium here as well. So adding those two together, I mean, you're looking at, over, what is it, $250? You're looking at $345 of money I just made, and then I got in and out of trade desk, no problem. I got in at 22.50, I sold out at 25. I made, some good money, made about $300 and something if this was the trade that would go through. Now, this delta isn't too bad. Again, a 30 delta means that it's a chance of happening, but not super likely, of course. And again, the IV is pretty high as well, which we like, and the open interest and volume looks pretty good here as well. The bid ask would look pretty good here. So if I got a sign next week, I'd be looking at a $25 probably strike price to sell off my shares at as a result. Now, when you're selling a cover call, obviously, the downside is that if it goes past that one, you obviously lose out on potential profits here. You still make money, but the expected loss is because technically you're not getting all of the gains in that case there. If it goes to, $28, you sold at 25, you lost money. I really didn't, but that's kind of like the logic behind it, right? And so that's how the wheel strategy works. So then what would happen is that I would sell all my shares off, right, at $25 each at this little strike price over here. And then that would free up cash to then sell puts again. Sell puts, sell puts, sell puts, sell puts. Get assigned, sell calls. Get assigned, do it again. And do it again. And we do it again. This is the wheel strategy in and of itself. This is basically what it does. You sell puts, you get assigned, then you sell calls, you get assigned. You sell puts, and you just keep doing it over and over and over again. The thing to remember with this strategy here is you got to be willing to do it on companies that you don't mind owning shares with. If you're doing it just to make a quick buck, that's where a lot of the psychological factors come into play, and people have some problems, with knowing what to do, how to open up a trade, all that kind of stuff there. So that's something to kind of keep in mind about. Again, like I'm down $126. Oh my God. I mean, again, for me, I don't mind owning Trade Desk at $22.50. For me, I don't mind owning Bath and Body at $15. I'm probably not at the rate it's going right now, which is really happy. I don't mind owning RCAT at $11, but I did put a limit order in to get it off just because, it's a very volatile play here. UiPath, I don't mind owning at $11 here. This one I may also be assigned at in terms of a position here. It's at $10.95. I want to get in at $11 here. Now my break even is actually $10.63. And again, once I get assigned, if I get assigned on this position here, I would then just go to options. And then I would go to, the May 15th one here. And then I would just say, again, I'm getting assigned at $11. I could just sell a $12 one or a $13 one. When you're selling cover calls, do not forget also to sell at a higher strike than what your break even is. If I got assigned at $11, it wouldn't make sense to sell one at $10. Unless I'm being very, very bearish in the stock, in the market overall. But even still, I wouldn't do that. That's something to keep in mind about. If I really wanted to, I could sell one right at that break-even price and just get a maximum premium just to really kind of make sure I collect the extra passive income there. But I'd probably sell like a $12 one maybe. That's a nice delta of 34, maybe a $13 one for less, less probability in this case here. There's all these different things you can look at doing in this case, but the goal is to collect passive income. And again, doing it on shares you want to own. And that's the big thing that we want you to take away from on the wheel strategy. Now, with that being said, the company that I'm now looking at going into right now for a potential wheel is going to be Applied Digital. Now, Applied Digital does have their earnings coming up after hours, and I do actually have shares of them, very, very small amount here, as you'll see here. This is part of the Ignition Index that I have here. This cash secured put that I want to get into maybe is one that has nothing to do with the Ignition Index. I'm not going to price that in or anything. This is me trading the stock as to what I want to trade it to be at. That's obviously just my 2 cents for it. But they have their earnings come up after hours today. They've been doing pretty okay on their earnings recently. They are expected to still be negative in terms of profits, which, as a profitable company, which again, it is what it is for this one here. But, when you have earnings come up here, the options premiums are very much juiced up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the options profit calculator here and kind of just show you guys an example as to what I'm going to be looking at doing to start the first half of the wheel strategy. So I'm not going to open the trade right now because market just opened. I might wait till right before earnings, right before the market closes for earnings, because IV is going to expand between now and 4 o'clock. So I want to kind of take advantage of that in that case there. But if you go to trade Applied Digital options here, again, if you wanted to sell a put that expires in 2 days, the IVs here are going to be super, super juiced. 200% IV on this contract here. I don't like to do that. That's a very, very short-term swing for it. I would be doing more of like May 15th, give about 30 days out. It's a monthly contract, which is very, very good. A lot more liquidity there. But even taking a look at some of these here, you're looking at 37 days out here. And I'll tell you the one that's really got my eye right now is this $18 one right here. $18 Applied Digital, which again, I just closed some positions out to hopefully open this one up here. A 9 Delta pays out $55. So if you take a look at the options profit calculator that we have here, I'll go into new cash care put here, go to APLD. And again, this is not financial advice, of course. May 15th, go to the $18 one here. Again, a delta of 9 means that's very, very unlikely to happen. Obviously, the IV is huge because of earnings. And as you will see here, it still gives me a 30% annualized return, a over 3% return on my money here, a 91% probability of profit here. And Applied Digital would have to sell off 34% for me to even be like at that strike price. Break even, I'm looking at still about 35-ish% on the downside here. And this is a company where, again, with their earnings being built in here, it could have a big move in either direction here. But I like this because what will happen in these two cases. Applied Digital has great earnings, which is awesome. And then this option becomes worth a lot less very, very quick. It shoots right up after hours. This option loses money. We close it out pretty quick. We call it a day. Second option, it comes down a lot. But I have money from my ignition index to unload into APLD here. And again, if I get assigned at $18 a share, I'm pretty happy with that. Then I can then start the covered call process and go into the wheel strategy from there. So that's a trade I'm looking at getting into most likely before market closes today. I'm going to kind of watch to see how Applied Digital and how the market reacts because we had such a big move at the beginning of the market open here. Is Applied Digital going to hold this, this percent return for the day? Or are we going to get a bigger pullback into market close? Are people going to take profits? Because again, for me, for example, I took profits on a couple of my trades that were cash secured puts. Super Microcomputers, I made $30, basically about 2% ROI in a matter of like a week and a half, which I'm really happy with, honestly, as you'll see there. And the other one I closed out just a little while ago after that was also Iron. Iron was about a 1.5% ROI in about 2 weeks as well. So again, nothing too bad about taking profits, guys, especially in a market like this. Myself and Ryan, we did a podcast on Monday about this. And last year he was talking about how when we had the big bull move last year a lot, where it was like just a lot of toggling and all that kind of stuff like that, and markets kept pushing higher, he sat there and he said that when I had a bearish position, if I made money, I was out of it quick on a bearish one because I knew the market was going to rebound at some point. This is kind of how I'm taking this year's market, where I feel like there's a lot of bearish, things that are happening, in the bigger picture here. So if I have a bullish position like a cash secured put and I can close it out and make some money and then just like peace out and wait again, like that's what I'm comfortable doing. That's what I'm going to be doing here. So that's just something to kind of take away from this case. As you see, we have some cash ready to go. So we'll hopefully be waiting for that one as well. And here's my record position as well. Record doing pretty nice, actually. I bought in at 78 cents yesterday, those 100 shares, and we were up $3 on those ones, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm very happy to see that. So that is it for today's video. That is the wheel strategy. Again, quick recap. You sell cash secured puts over and over and over again. Wait till you get assigned on a company you like. Make sure it's a company you like. And then once you get assigned those shares, you then start selling cover calls and at prices you want to, you'd be okay with selling it at. Obviously, don't sell for a loss. You want to sell for big gains and profits there. So and it's just a passive income cycle over and over and over again. You make some good money on it, and that is the goal of the wheel strategy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, it's been fun the video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications. Feel free to support the Fridge Financials memberships, as you know here. Again, if you followed the Big Bear AI, if you followed the Bath and Body Works one, you'd already be up, about what is it? You're already up about 1% overall because it's a $15 put option here, about 1% already, which is absolutely amazing. I may even take that out. I'm not really quite sure just yet. Again, feel free to take a look at the membership, support the Fridge Financials journey in any way, shape, or form. Hopefully make money in the market. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.